trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors.
DuBois Medical Clinic wants to wish the DuBois Rams the best of luck at the regionals. When it comes to healthcare, DuBois Medical Clinic is here for you. They provide services for all members of your family, and they offer a sliding fee scale for qualifying patients. Schedule your appointment today. For the first-rate medical care in close to home in DuBois, count on the DuBois Medical Clinic. For more information, see their website at chccw.org. You may schedule your appointment online.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, "I got mine at Frontline." Frontline Motors.
Good morning, sports fans. Lander Valley High School basketball is on the air from the Western Regional in Powell, Wyoming. The Lady Tigers are about to take on the Lady Rangers from Kemmerer High School. Good morning, it's Ernie Over along with Josh Henninger. We're here at PHS, and a beautiful day up here in the Northern Bighorn Basin, Josh.
Yeah, the drive up here was pretty good, Ernie. I know you said you got up super early to get up here this morning. I came up last night after work, and both drives were good. The weather is warm, the roads are clear, and I think the Tigers are ready to get this regional tournament underway.
Okay, very good. And we have the first game of the conference tournament is Lander Valley and Kemmerer. It'll be followed by the boys between Lyman and Level. Then the girls, Pinedale and Level. The boys, Lander Valley and Kemmerer. Then the girls, Warland and Mountain View. Then the boys, Warland and Pinedale. And then the girls, Lyman and Powell. And then the boys, Mountain View and the homestanding Powell Panthers. We'll be back, but first, let's hear what Coach Cyril Stauffenberg had to say in his interview this morning with Josh Henninger.
I'm here with head basketball coach Cyril Stauffenberg for Lady Tigers. Coach, we're coming into regionals. We're in Powell. Mentioned that you came up last night to get the girls ready. What is some things that you're looking forward to at the first matchup against Kemmerer?
I think, a lot of people are initially look at the game time, 9 a.m. and think, ouch, and for a 1 seed, that's early. But I actually kind of personally enjoy it in the sense that we could come up last night. We were not up any earlier than we normally would be. We go to school about this time of day, but the nice part about it is get a game under our belt, and we have the rest of the day to kind of relax, watch the boys play, watch our next opponent, and not have to sit around all day nervous to get the regional tournament started. Because once you get started, then I think a lot of the nerves kind of settle in anyhow. So, it's like I said, it seems early, but at the end of the day, it's probably a good place to be.
And you mentioned coming in, getting started. You come in as 1 seed. Majority of the opponents you've already gone against recently and beat them. What is the thing? Is it one game per basis mentality, or what have you been telling the girls to get them ready so they don't think too far ahead?
We've had a couple of these weeks where we played 3 games earlier in the year, and so you kind of have that same mentality. It's like we couldn't, with the week we played Mountain View, we certainly couldn't think ahead. We also had Riverton and Lyman that week. So, and I think we're veteran enough team to realize that we don't even know who we play tomorrow. I mean, so why should we worry about tomorrow? Because we obviously got to step in and take care of today. And I think, like I said, having 3 seniors around who now being, played a huge role now for 3 years, now 4. I mean, I think they get it. They understand.
And coming into it, I know there's a few of those matchups toward the end of the season. A couple players got banged up. How's the team looking health-wise?
We're probably, this time of year, you're probably going to be banged up a little bit. Unfortunately, we did lose one to season ending. But you're not going to replace her, because you just don't replace players. You just figure out different ways to use somebody else to help you out. So, I mean, it's unfortunate there, but, hopefully she can get back and get stuff healed up in time for volleyball and basketball next year. So, and other than that, we're healthy. We're feeling well. I mean, not really sick. So certainly can't use that excuse. So I guess we're going to have to show up and play.
Right. And as far as your goals, what are you wanting the team to do overall over the course of the season? Their defense has proven to be very stifling, that full court press. Is that something you want the girls to focus on in regionals? And what I know the end goal is to get the number 1 seed going into state.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is we don't have to change our mentality or suddenly try to stress that defense. I mean, defense is important when you get to the tournament, because I don't think you're going to hang 70 points on people 3 days in a row. I just don't see it happening. So that's how you're going to beat people, and you're going to give up 65 a night, and you're probably going to struggle. But we don't really have to change much, because that's how we've operated for 20 games now, is defense first, and then let's see how many points we have to score. I mean, we literally could have scored, 27 a couple weeks ago and won. I mean, but that's not our style either. But I mean, we're going to take a lot of pressure off our offense by playing good defense. So, and like I said, for us, luckily, it's not a change. I mean, wasn't even brought up. We just know that our emphasis is defense.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
At the Western Regional Class 3A basketball tournament here in Powell. And this is the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Go with Bailey. Bailey Tire and Auto Service Center in Riverton, with pit stops in Riverton, Lander, Worland, and 2 here in Powell. And Josh, we've got about 3.5 minutes to go here before the start of this game. Last time these two teams met was in Lander on February 12th, and Lander won that game 55-19.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those. I talked about it with Coach Stauffenberg in the pregame interview. Their full court press was just absolutely the one thing that the Tigers did really, really well to keep Kemmerer from scoring. I mean, overall, Kemmerer is towards the bottom quarter of the Class 3A as far as team scoring, ranking 12th out of 16 teams, only averaging 36 points a game. But you cut that almost in half, and that's what they held them to defensively. And offensively, Tigers did a really good job, made some good adjustments at halftime to get past the different defensive sets that Kemmerer had. But pretty much whatever they needed, they were able to get with consistent scoring and that full court press defense as well.
Well, the fans are trickling in here at Powell High School. It's a day of school for folks here at Powell, and they've got the gymnasium pretty much roped off from the student body. But it's a beautiful day. It was 28 degrees when I came in this morning. Mostly clear skies, some high cloudiness outside. And, of course, inside, it's the perfect temperature for basketball. We have a nice selection of fans from both teams here, from Lander wearing their green and white and Kemmerer wearing their red and black. The Tigers will be in their home white uniforms with green letters and numbers and a green stripe down their shorts. And the Kemmerer Rangers will be in their black uniforms with red letters and numbers. And they have red shorts with a black stripe down the side. So Lander's the home team today. Do you think that gives the Tigers any advantage, Josh?
You know, it's one of those things that the one thing they do have coming to them is they know they are the number one seed. They know they are one of the top dogs when it comes into this regional tournament. The other number one seed in the West is Lyman at 18-3 and 5-1, and that's a team that Tigers have already beat. So coming into this, they might have a little chip on their shoulder saying, you know, we've got an undefeated conference record, but as far as home and away, it's a neutral site, so it's really not going to matter unless they end up playing against Powell, and then you'll definitely have that home court advantage for the Panthers.
Yeah. Our starting lineups today will be brought to you by Sutherland's Home Improvement Center, Fremont County's Home Improvement Center, and we'll be back with our starting lineups right after this.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, you know, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Back again in Powell, and we've got our starting lineups ready to go. Our Sutherland starting lineups here on the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. And with the starters, here's Josh.
All right, we will start with the visiting Kemmerer Rangers. Starting will be number 12, Olivia Nielsen, leading scorer for Kemmerer. She's averaging 15 points a game. Another starter will be number 13, Janae Skidmole, okay. Number 14 will be Sydney Neria, and number 15 will be Gracie Painter, and number 23, Tyler Thatcher. And for your home Lander Valley Lady Tigers, starting at the guard will be senior number 1, Talene Tendor. Starting down at the forward position will be senior number 10, Demi Stauffenberg. The other guard will be number 11, senior Ryan Bell. The other forward will be senior number 15, Whitney Hansen. And the final guard will be number 23, junior Megan Winfield. And those will be the starters for Kemmerer and Lander. That's the end of your Sutherland starting lineups. That'll wrap up our pit stop, our Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show, as we will get ready for the tip-off between the Lady Tigers and the Kemmerer Lady Rangers. And for the call, here is Mr. Ernie Over.
And going into the jump circle is going to be Talene Tendor for the Tigers, and going in is Olivia Nielsen for the Kemmerer Rangers. Nielsen certainly has the height advantage, about 6 to 8 inches over Talene, and the Kemmerer Rangers get the first tip of the game, and so it's Grace Painter, far side, underneath. There's a shot up, off, not good, and we already have a foul. Skidmore had the shot, and the personal is going to go against, I think, Talene, huh? Talene Tidmore. Talene Tendor had the first personal foul. And the first free throw of the game is up and in, and Kemmerer takes the early lead. And at the free throw line is Skidmore. First free throw is good. Second free throw, not good. Cleaning the boards is the Lander Tigers. That's Stauffenberg. Now we have it on the near side. Lost basketball there. That was Megan Winfield lost control of the basketball. Here we go. Down court for the Kemmerer Rangers. On the outside, Niera over to Skidmore. Skidmore, near side it goes to Nielsen. Nielsen, as Josh mentioned, scoring at 16 points a clip. There's Skidmore, and the far side, it's blocked, knocked away. We have a whistle, and we have a foul against Kemmerer as the ball got loose. And going to try to get the ball back was Niera, and she picked up the personal foul.
She's got her first personal. Team fouls are one apiece right now. Tigers looking to wake up a little bit here. Not characteristically a good start for them.
Okay, here's Ryan Bell on top of the key. Ryan moves to the left-hand side on the left wing, now crosses across court to Stauffenberg. She drives the baseline, stops, throws up a shot, not good. Rebound on the play by Nielsen. Nielsen brings it down court and gives it off to Thatcher. Thatcher back over on the near side now to Niera. Niera on the right wing, looking for someone to throw it to. Underneath it goes to Nielsen in the lane. Her shot is blocked. Next shot is not good, knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Kemmerer. Last touch by one of the Tigers. 6:36 to go, period 1-0, and the score belongs to the Kemmerer Rangers on a free throw. There's the inbounds pass to Nielsen. Turnaround jump shot is way short. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Ryan Bell on the far side outside. Now into the forecourt, stops at the free throw line, off to Hansen. Hansen on the right side, dribbles on top of the key, underneath to Bell. Bell blocked at the baseline. She can't come out. Calling for help now. Looks like we've got a man-for-man defense. No, it's a zone. It's a zone defense by the Kemmerer Rangers. Looks like a 2-3 zone. And Bell has it over to Tendor. Tendor underneath. Oh, there's a bad pass. Second turnover by the Tigers as they're having trouble getting untracked here early this morning. Down court, it's Nielsen. Nielsen brings it down to Thatcher. Thatcher Underneath it goes. Nielsen in the middle of the lane, puts up a shot. It's not good, too short. The rebound goes to Kemmerer underneath the basket. Firing a shot, hitting the bottom of the backboard is Skidmore. And Kemmerer gets the offense. 2 offensive boards here for Kemmerer. Far side outside, it's Nielsen underneath the basket to Skidmore. Shot's good. So Skidmore has all 3 points, and it goes 3-0 Kemmerer on our Wild Today Media scoreboard. 5:22 to go, first period of play. Here's Tendor. Tendor in the corner, drives the baseline over to Winfield for 3. No, it's not good. Tendor gets the rebound. Hook shot is up, not good. Ball's on the floor, and it will be picked up by the Tigers. So here's Stauffenberg over to Hansen. Hansen on the right side, dribbles it toward the center, now reverses direction. Back over to Ryan Bell. Whistle, and we have an offensive player control foul. And it's going to go against Tendor, and that's her second, Josh.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to set up a screen there, or was trying to curl around to the top of the arc. It just ran over the Kemmerer player. The Kemmerer player was set, and it was pretty much unneeded contact. Quickly, she picks up 2 fouls, and she'll be replaced by a bench player. Kemmerer Friday comes into the game. Kemmerer on the fast break down. There's a pass on top of the key to 13 Skidmore. Skidmore now to Nielsen. Nielsen stops just outside the arc, goes back over to Niera. Niera underneath to Nielsen. Her shot's not good. Rebounded by Hansen. Hansen for the Tigers comes quickly down the floor on the forecourt now. Moves over to the right wing to Bell. Bell in the corner facing that zone defense. Underneath it goes. Oh, there was a little bit of contact there, no foul on top to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg on the right wing, taking her time, 4:12 to go. Drives underneath, now on top, another bad pass, and the Tigers' 3rd turnover. Thatcher brings it down court for the Kemmerer Rangers. Gives it off to Nielsen, now on the far side to Skidmore. Back underneath to Nielsen. Nielsen in the lane, stops, puts it up, good. Nielsen's first points of the game. She averages 16, and it's 5-0 Kemmerer. Here comes Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell at the baseline, puts up the shot, in and out, not good. Rebounded by Skidmore. Down court, off to Thatcher. Thatcher crosses into the forecourt. Tigers haven't scored yet. 3.5 minutes to go, first period. Off it goes to Painter. First time she's had the ball in a while. Underneath it goes and almost out of bounds, recovered by Skidmore. And now we'll have a over and back. That'll be the first turnover by the Kemmerer Lady Rangers. So 3:14 to go. Lander still hasn't scored, Josh. Yeah, and Tigers have had a couple open shots, haven't been able to get it going in the bucket, and Nielsen has pretty much been putting up the shot, at least 1 shot per possession for Kemmerer. Hasn't been able to connect, but on one of the things Stauffenberg was talking about was losing a player, that's Layla Norris, who had the season-ending injury. And he's talking about she was the other player besides Stauffenberg that's able to go inside and fight for those rebounds, something you'll have to keep watch.
Here's Ryan Bell for the Tigers on top to Hansen, over to Friday. Back to Hansen. Hansen on the left-hand wing now. There's a little bit of an opening. There's a shot up, off, not good. It'll stay with the Tigers as Bell tried to hit it. And coming into the game now is Prophet. And coming out of the contest is Painter. Earlier we had Cindy Ashelman come in. Here's the play for Lander, far side to Megan Winfield. Winfield launches a 3. It's off, not good. Stauffenberg with the rebound for the Tigers. Off to Hansen. Hansen drives the lane, puts up a shot. It's blocked. Blocked by Nielsen. Nielsen has it now. We go the other way. Kemmerer has it on the far side, leading 5-0. Underneath, the ball's knocked away. Turnover. Tigers get it right back. Nice play that time by Ryan Bell in the corner, and then she throws it away. Picked up by Nielsen. Boy, she's tall out there, and wasn't a very good pass, and it was picked off, and we have a travel. Travel on the far side, and the turnovers equal up, and Lander has the ball.
Yeah, and Tigers, Lady Tigers just don't look like they're connected here. I don't know if they're having an issue playing this early of a game, or if they're, I don't know, it's coming into the contest knowing that they only allowed 19 points the last matchup. They do not look connected and cohesive so far.
Here's Ryan Bell off to Whitney Hansen to Megan Winfield. Winfield drives the baseline on the far side, can't penetrate, gives it off to Friday. Now to Hansen on the left-hand wing, to Bell. Bell outside the arc, tries a three, that's a banker, and it's good.
I don't think she called glass on that one, but the Tigers will take it. And now 6 minutes through the first period, they're finally on the board.
And a turnover by Kemmerer on the way down. 4 turnovers now. 5-3 on our WYO Today Media scoreboard. Tigers will have it in the forecourt. It's Ryan Bell. Bell off to Hansen. Hansen on the right wing. Across the court it goes to Friday to Stauffenberg for 3. It's short, not good. Fight for the rebound. Coming down with it is Kemmerer. Racing down the court is Niera. Niera off to Ashelman. Ashelman, far side outside. It goes to Skidmore. Underneath, there's the ball knocked away. 5th turnover by Kemmerer. Here come the Tigers. Down court. Oh, a really bad pass, and it goes out of bounds. And that should have been Lander's ball. That clearly went off of Kemmerer.
Yeah. Let the high block that was deflected, and the far side referee said it's Kemmerer's ball. They will not reverse the call.
Okay, here we go. Down court now, bringing the ball down is Skidmore. Skidmore off, shot up, off, not good. Rebounded by Megan Winfield. Winfield has the ball knocked away from her. It's on the ground. We'll have a held ball. Maybe. Are we going to have a held ball? Wow. Finally, we're going to have a held ball after about 5 seconds. And a bench warning on Lander. Well, he sat there for 5 seconds and didn't call anything.
Yeah, it was closer to 10. He was just sitting there watching.
And they give a bench warning on Stauffenberg. He got a technical in their last game. He didn't even say anything. He was just standing up there with his hands out. But anyway, Tigers will have the ball. They got it on the alternating possession. So here's Ryan Bell. Bell in the corner. Winfield at the free throw line off to Stauffenberg on the left-hand wing. Stauffenberg underneath to Hansen. Hansen can't shoot. Back to Stauffenberg. Back to Hansen. Hansen now dribbles it on top of the key to Friday. Friday back to Hansen. Hansen looking in the corner for Winfield. Winfield has it at the baseline off to Bell. Bell now finds a lane behind her to Stauffenberg. She fakes the 3, drives the baseline, stops. She's blocked out there. Pass to Ryan Bell. She launches a 3. It's in and out. Not good. Rebound, and we have a held ball. Well, they didn't hesitate that time, did they?
No, that time they called it, and that'll stop the clock at just over 8 seconds left. Tigers still behind 5-3. They are just not able to do anything to get inside that man-to-man defense by the Rangers.
Here's the inbounds play by Niera. Niera brings it quickly down the court to Skidmore, and there we have a turnover, and the Tigers get the ball, and that's the end of the first period of play. Oh, very low-scoring play game, and at the end of the first period, it's Kemmerer 5 and Lander 3. Back after this.
After a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Lander will have the ball as we start the second 8 minutes of play. Very low-scoring game here. As a matter of fact, Josh, you indicated this is the least points the Tigers have scored in a quarter this year.
I think so. It's definitely the only time I remember they only getting 1 field goal from the field in a single quarter. I mean, this is the 6th highest scoring team in 3A, over 50 points a game. Tigers need to pick it up here in the second quarter.
Here's Ryan Bell, drives the baseline on the right side underneath the paint, kicks it out to Hansen. Now to Winfield. Winfield's shot is up, not good. Nice rebound underneath by Hansen. Her return shot is too strong. Goes over the basket, rebounded by Painter. Painter, long pass down court to Skidmore. Skidmore stops, hands it off to Niera. Niera almost got a foul there on Friday. Now it goes to Painter. Painter on the near side, Nielsen. Nielsen outside the arc, launches a three, no one on her. It's in and out, not good. And the ball is going to be returned to Kemmerer in the corner, and a timeout called by Kemmerer. 7:35 to go, second period, 5-3. Kemmerer with the lead. Back after this.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
10 turnovers between the two teams. Kemmerer has 6, Lander has 4, and Kemmerer has it underneath the Tiger basket. And we have Nielsen to take it in. She's got the ball now just outside the arc at the free throw line. It's knocked away. Nice move that time by Ryan Bell. A held ball call, and it'll stay with Kemmerer. Well, they didn't waste any time calling that held ball either.
No, and it wasn't the same guy that called it. Bell came in on the weak side help and was able to poke it away from Nielsen, but couldn't corral it.
Neal into Nielsen. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Tigers on the shot by Nielsen. Personal foul is going to be against Stauffenberg. Demi picks up her first personal foul. It's only the third team foul against the Tigers. Nielsen at the line. She has 2 of the points, now 3 for Kemmerer. Her first trip to the line, 7:26 to go until halftime, and it goes 6-3 on our WYO Today scoreboard. Next shot is up and good. She got them both, and she's perfect, 2 for 2 from the line. Tigers trail by 4, 7:22 to go until halftime. Ryan Bell with the ball off to Hansen. Hansen on the far side dribbles the ball, now brings it back out on top of the key. Over on the near side, Stauffenberg's got a little bit of a lane. She can't shoot. Off to Hansen at the free throw line. Back on top to Bell. Hansen's got a wide open 3. It's short, not good. Going high for the rebound is Nielsen, and the ball's knocked away from her, but she gets it right back. Kemmerer will have the ball. There's the ball stolen away, and they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. Kiera Friday, her first.
Yeah, it looked like that was a clean pick there at half court, trying to get the ball away as Kemmerer was trying to avoid the 10-second call. Fortunately, I guess there's a little bit of body contact down low.
Inbounds play by Niera. She better get it in a hurry. Does now to Skidmore. Skidmore on the near side to Thatcher. Thatcher on the right side gives it back to Niera. Niera underneath the basket to Nielsen. Nielsen has the ball knocked away from her, but it's picked up by Kemmerer. Thatcher has it on the far side, on top to Niera. Niera in the middle to Nielsen. Nielsen underneath the basket. Oh, she traveled with the ball, and the officials call it.
Oh, yeah. Winfield got bailed out on that one. She was a little bit late recovering down low defensively. She was able to force the turnover with the travel before she hacked her on the shot attempt.
Here comes Ryan Bell. Ryan's going to take it all the way down to the baseline, underneath to Friday, and it's knocked out of bounds. Friday couldn't handle it, and it's the 5th turnover by Lander. 7-3 is our score. We've played almost 2 minutes here of the second period. Thatcher brings it down court, almost lost the basketball. Picked up by Niera. Niera double teamed, gets it over to Thatcher, far side outside. Thatcher dribbles the ball, looks to her left. Round the horn it goes to Nielsen. Nielsen drives it into the paint. She can't shoot. Underneath, the ball stolen away. Nice pick that time by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg comes down the court on the forecourt, on top of the key to Hansen. Whitney with the ball over to Ryan Bell in the corner, far side. She avoids the double team trap On top, it goes to Friday. Friday almost lost it to Winfield. Across the key to Stauffenberg. She fakes the three. She's behind the arc. Now she drives the baseline. She's double teamed on top to Winfield. And we have a whistle and a foul. It was Whitney Hansen, not Whitfield. And we have a foul on Kemmerer underneath, and it goes against, was that 14 or 13?
13.
It was 13. Okay, that foul goes against Skidmore, her first, second one. Friday comes out of the lineup for Lander. Tendor comes back in. Entering the lineup now, we don't have a number 11 for Kemmerer. Inbounds, it goes to Bell. Bell's got it on top of the key. Cross to Hansen. Hansen outside the arc. Dribbles from the left wing to the top of the arc. Now back to the left side to Tendor. Tendor can't penetrate. Big shot here by Winfield is good.
Winfield from her hot zone here on the near side wing. Puts it up and in for her first points of the game. Tigers cut that lead to 1.
It's a 1-point lead, and the ball's knocked away. Turnover on the far side, turnover number 4. Here come the Tigers, 4:48 to go. Hansen across over to Tendor. Tendor drives the lane, puts up the shot and in. Telling Tendor gives the Tigers their first lead of the game. It's 8-7, and a whistle is called. Oh, they're going to call a charging foul on Tendor. Scratch that basket. Oh, my goodness gracious.
And it's unfortunate as they called the charge after the basket had already dropped. And that quickly, Tendor has to come back out because that's her third
personal foul. Well, that sure was a pretty drive by Tendor. So here's Neria taking the ball in to Thatcher. Long pass down court. Nielsen's got it. 2-on-2 break at the baseline. Oh, she travels.
There you go.
She hopped up to make the shot and then dropped right back down.
And defensively, the Tigers doing a real good job. They're setting up in man-to-man defense, but as soon as Nielsen gets it down on the low block along the baseline, that nearest player drops down and double teams her, and she's having a really hard time finding options after the double team.
4.5 minutes to go. Ryan Bell for 3. In and out, and not good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Hansen, and Kemmerer will have it. 4:20 to go in the second period. It's 7-6. That's right, 7-6. Kemmerer with the lead. Last 2 times these teams met, Lander won 55-19 at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. There's a steal. Nice steal down court, and a foul is going to be called on the reaction, and that's going to go against the 13. Skidmore, her second. Third team foul. Lander will have it out of bounds. Lander has 5 team fouls and Kemmerer 3. It's 7-6 Kemmerer. Lander's never led in the game. Here's Bell on top of the key to Hansen. Over to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg just outside the free throw line to Bell on the right side outside. Bell dribbles it on top of the circle. She finds a little bit of a lane. Oh, she tried to make a pass. Bad pass through the middle of the lane. And Kemmerer intercepted that. Now it was stolen away. Nice steal by Winfield. Winfield stops, shoots, and no, not good. Rebound goes to Friday, and her shot's good, and the Tigers have their first lead of the game. Kiara Friday gets it, and it goes 8-7 on our WYO Today media scoreboard, and there's another steal by the Tigers. With it is Bell. Bell gives it on the near side, on top of the key to Friday. Stauffenberg for 3. No, not good. Rebounded by Hansen. Off to Winfield. Winfield in the corner. Hansen drives the baseline, puts up the shot underneath to Friday. Oh. She's knocked to the ground. No call, and they're giving the ball to Kemmerer.
Well, I guess they're going to give the block to Nielsen, even though that was a really big hack. Friday ended up on the floor. Didn't look like it was a flop, but no call. Kemmerer has the ball.
Here's Nielsen down court quickly for Kemmerer. Lander leading now 8-7. Their first lead of the game comes with 3 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Very low-scoring game. A lot of errors in this one. Nielsen underneath, puts up the shot. She's fouled by Winfield. And that'll be Winfield's first personal foul, and that's the 6th by the Tigers. And going to the line is Olivia Nielsen, and she's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe so far this morning.
And on the season, she's shooting 76% from the charity stripe for Kemmerer. That time, Demi Stauffenberg was set up on the low block defensively The late weak side help from Winfield leaking down was a little too late, and she's trying to recover and hacked her on the arm.
1 of 2 free throws, and we're tied at 8. Lander has the ball now. Hansen brings it down court for the Tigers. Stopped. Underneath was Bell. Bell was all alone to Hansen. Lays it up and in. Hansen for 2.
That was a great give and go between Hansen and Bell. Bell was sitting there, had to wave her hands. She was alone in the key, and quick back to Hansen, who drove inside for the easy 2.
Profit with the ball. Dribbles it out of bounds. Another turnover. That's the 13th turnover by Kemmerer. And Lander only leads 10-8. 2-point lead. Coming into the game now for Kemmerer is Cindy Ashelman. And coming out is Profit, who just made that turnover. So here comes Ryan Bell. She dribbles it across the big P with the slash mark through it with the Panther claws. In the forecourt, Bell has it. Left side outside. Now she dribbles it on top of the circle off to Hansen. Hansen stops outside the arc, drives in, backs up, gives it off to Stauffenberg. Back to Hansen outside the arc. Almost on the top. Now she dribbles to her left, now to the right. She pops it off to Bell. Bell at the free throw line didn't shoot, but Stauffenberg will, and it's up, off, not good. Rebound by Friday. Friday is fouled, and she ends up on the floor again, and it's going to be Thatcher that gets the personal foul, and that's her first and the team's 4th. Not a shooting foul, so Stauffenberg takes it out with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lander by 2. Here's the inbounds to Hansen. Hansen with the ball on top of the key. Now she reverses direction near side Winfield. Winfield in the middle of the lane off to Hansen. Hansen at the free throw line to Bell. Bell launches one inside, good. Bell for 2. That's her 5th point of the game.
That time Hansen did a good job moving to her right, finding the open player, and Bell, as there's another travel and turnover by Kemmerer, Tigers will get the ball back. Bell is just inside the arc on the far side angle, and she's able to put it in for 2. Tigers lead by 4 with 1.5 minutes left in the first half.
Here comes Ryan Bell across the timeline on center court. Now she dribbles to the right-hand wing very slowly, stops, picks up the speed at the free throw line, hands it off to Hansen. Hansen underneath to Stauffenberg, who's knocked to the floor, and it's going to stay with Lander. Well, sometimes we see these real close fouls, and sometimes we see bodies on the floor and no fouls, and that's kind of what we have here today. Here's the inbounds to Hansen, on top to Winfield. Winfield to Stauffenberg, way outside the arc on the near side. Dribbles the ball once, tries 3 times, tries to drive the lane, lays it up, and it does not drop, and she draws the foul. And she'll have 2 shots, and drawing the personal for Kemmerer is 14. That's Sydney Niera for her 2nd personal foul. 12-8 the score. Stauffenberg at the free throw line. She hasn't scored in the game yet today. Her shot is up, and it bounces around and off. Not good. Uncharacteristic miss for Demi.
And she leads the team so far this season, or at the end of the regular season, 73% from the charity stripe for the Lady Tigers this year.
The senior toes the line. Shots in the air. This one's good. Nothing but net that time. So it goes 13-8. Tigers now out on top by 5 with 60 seconds to go. And we have palming the ball. The 15th turnover by Kemmerer. Well, Josh Lander's putting on a little bit of pressure, and the turnovers are mounting up for Kemmerer.
Yeah, and on the season they averaged 24 turnovers a game, and they got 15 already before the first
There's
half.
Bell in the middle of the lane. Her shot is not good. Knocked out of bounds by Profit, and it'll go to the Tigers. Boy, Kemmerer almost got caught napping that time. The lane was wide open for Bell, and the coach yelled at his team, and they finally closed the gap. Stauffenberg for 3. No, not good. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Kemmerer. 46 seconds to go here, 13-8. Lander with a 5-point lead over Kemmerer, a team they beat 55-19 earlier in the season in Lander. Here's Thatcher back in the game for Kemmerer. Still in the backcourt, lost the basketball. She picks it back up. Ball's knocked away. She picks it up again. Lander steals. There's Bell with the ball. Another turnover. Bell goes all the way down. Doesn't shoot. Hands it off to Winfield for 3. Winfield for 3. Her 2nd 3 of the game. And it goes 16-8, an 8-point lead. 21 seconds to go. Total of 16 turnovers down court. Niera can't shoot. Nielsen has it now. Back over to Niera. Her shot's up, off, not good. Rebound by the Tigers, Winfield. 8 seconds to go. There's the pass down court to Hansen. Hansen to Stauffenberg. Bell has it from the corner. In and out, not good. The tip, no. And that is the halftime. And the halftime score is the Lander Tigers 16 as they scored 13 points that quarter. And on the other hand, Kemmerer only scored 3.
So you have one team that scored 3 points in the first quarter, and then the other team scored 3 points in the second quarter. I wasn't expecting this to be a defensive battle.
Okay, our halftime score, Lander Valley 16 and the Kemmerer Rangers 8. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here at Powell High School against the winner of the game coming up in 2 hours, Pinedale against Lovell. We'll be back with some analysis and stats right after this.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Well, Josh, we've seen an uncharacteristic slow start by the Lander Tigers. They scored their lowest point total of a quarter this season in the first quarter. They only scored 3 points.
Yeah, and their only points on the board was a made three-pointer. I forget who it was that made it.
It was Megan Winfield.
Winfield, yep, that's right. And unfortunately for the Tigers, it looked like they came out pretty slow. Maybe they weren't quite awake. I know Coach Stauffenberg was talking about, well, it's waking up about the same time that you would getting ready for school, but I know unless you had a super early game in one of those invitational tournaments, pretty sure it's the earliest game they played all year, and we saw the slow start. I mean, they've done a really good job not having those slow starts over the course of the conference part of the season, but this time, I mean, you scored 3 points a quarter, lowest scoring quarter of the entire season for them. It's just one of those that then in the second quarter, they picked up their defensive intensity. They started working really hard on that full court press, double teaming players right at that half court stripe and down low against Nielsen. Leading scorer for Kemmerer, averaging 16 points a game. I believe she only had 1 or 2 buckets and about 3 from the charity stripe. So the Tigers did a real good job defensively shutting them down in the second quarter, where Kemmerer only scored 3 points. So They're already about halfway to that point total that they amassed in Lander, but it's something that Tigers need to continue to work against that man-to-man defense and continue that defensive pressure here in the second half.
Megan Winfield with the 2 trays leads the Tigers at halftime with 6 points. Ryan Bell has a tray and a basket for 5 points. Then 2 points each by Talene Tendor, who has 3 fouls. She had 1 basket. Whitney Hansen had a basket, and Kiara Friday had a basket. Demi Stauffenberg 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point. For the Kemmerer Lady Rangers, their leading scorer is Olivia Nelson, who averages 16 a game. She has 5 points at halftime. Janae Skidmore has 3 at halftime. Those are the only 2 players who have scored for Kemmerer. But here's a big stat that we're going to pay attention to, Josh. 16 turnovers already for the Kemmerer Rangers. They average 23 a game. Tigers have only 6 turnovers. They average 16 a game.
Yeah, and on looking at stats for Kemmerer, they give up close to 24 turnovers a game, and they force 15 turnovers. So at that point, they're well over their average for turnovers given up and well under the average of turnovers forced. And like I said, in that second quarter, I don't know what it was. It's almost like they turned on the switch, and their full court press was doing really, really well. It looks like we've got an update from Cody Beers.
Yeah, it states, yeah.
Wyoming Indian, the Lady Chiefs at half are beating Tongue River 34-17.
Okay, so the Lady Chiefs have doubled up the Lady Eagles, and that's, of course, at the first round of the state basketball tournament, the 2A tournament in Casper. And, of course, we've got the Wind River Cougars are there, the Du Bois Rams are there, the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs are there, so Cody's going to be busy today running between those gyms in Casper to bring us all the action. Here, the Lady Tigers have doubled up the Kemmerer Rangers 16-8. We'll be back with more right after this.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors.
Ernie Over and Josh Henninger back in Powell, where our halftime score in the first round of the West Regional Basketball Tournament here is Lander Valley 16 and the Lady Rangers from Kemmerer 8. And they were playing that ever-popular song over here, and we had Whitney Hansen's mom and Demi Stauffenberg's grandmother dancing in the stands. So a much better attitude here as opposed to that first quarter.
Oh, definitely. The Tigers woke up. I think the parents woke up, and we woke up a little bit too after that slow first quarter. Tigers came out in the second quarter. They're really good defensively and really good with the fast break points after those turnovers, getting ahead with the points off turnovers. 2 things Tigers have done really consistent throughout the conference part of their schedule, forcing those turnovers at the full court press, and taking advantage of those turnovers and scoring on the other end.
Kemmerer comes into this game as the 4th seed from the Southwest. They have a 0-6 conference record and a 6-15 overall record. The Tigers are just opposite. They're 6-0 in the Northwest Quadrant, 17-3 overall on the season. Halftime score is 16-8, and the Lander fans you might hear in the background are giving the Lady Tigers a bit of encouragement as they break the huddle around Coach Cyril Stauffenberg and coming out, leading 16-8. And it will be Landers basketball as we start the second half of play. Whitney Hansen to take it out on the far side, just underneath the timeline. There's the whistle, inbounds to Tendor, playing with 3 fouls. She's the only Lady Tiger in foul trouble. Tendor down underneath the basket to Whitfield, back outside to Hansen. Hansen to Tendor. Tendor on the left side outside. Tendor on the near side to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg has the ball high above her head. Now she throws it over to Winfield on top of the key. Winfield moves to the left, reverses direction, lost the basketball. It just fell right out of her hands. All the way down the court, Hatcher lays it up and in.
Yeah, Hatcher did a really good job on the weak side defensive edge, was able to poke it away from Winfield when she tried to spin and drive inside, and she'll get the 2 points on the other end.
16-10 now. Lander with a 6-point lead. Ball's knocked out of bounds on the far side. Knocking it out was Sydney Niera for the Kemmerer Rangers. Okay, Lander has it off in the forecourt. There's Tendor. Tendor on the right side. Drives toward the baseline. Hands it off now to Hansen. Hansen on top of the arc on the far side. It goes to Ryan Bell. Bell tries to penetrate. Can't do it. Gives it off to Whitfield. And we have a player control foul, I think, on Ryan Bell over on the far side. Yeah,
she went to set up the screen there for Winfield as she went to curl around the arc, and when she did so, she kept moving or combination extended her elbow at the same time.
Tigers putting on full court pressure now against the Rangers, and with it is Niera. Niera on the far side outside gives it to Thatcher. Thatcher with the ball. There's the ball knocked away. Steal by Stauffenberg. One-on-one. Stauffenberg in the lane. Turns around, kicks behind her to Winfield. Doesn't shoot. To Ryan. Now to Tendor. Tendor launches a 3-ball that's just a little bit long. Not good. Rebound goes to Nielsen for Kemmerer. Outlet pass. Here's Thatcher. Thatcher quickly underneath the basket to Skidmore. Ball's taken away. Turnover by the Tigers. Nice move by Tendor. We have 3-on-3. Tendor in the middle to Ryan Bell. Underneath the basket to Hansen. Yeah, I think it was intended for Stauffenberg, but Hansen grabbed it. Here's Tendor for 3. It's in and out, not good. Stauffenberg with the rebound. She's hammered as she goes up for the rebound.
And the one thing we didn't talk about in that first half, Ernie, in the first quarter, Kemmerer did a really good job getting offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. The second quarter, Tigers did a better job of collecting those offensive boards, trying to put it up and in again. As Stauffenberg does that for the second time, she gets the foul, and she misses the first one.
Niera with her 3rd personal foul, as she is going to be coming out of the game, replaced now by Sorrel Prophet. Demi at the free throw line is 1 for 3 so far in the game. 6:10 to go, period number 3. Shots up, and it rolls in. So she's 2 of 4, and it goes 17-10 on our WYO Today media scoreboard. Tigers putting on full court pressure, broken pretty easily by the Rangers. Loses the ball down court, picked up underneath the basket by Skidmore. Skidmore outside goes to Prophet. Prophet on top of the key to Painter. Painter with the ball underneath to Thatcher. Thatcher almost tried to shoot. Now in the middle of the lane, there's a shot up, off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Lander.
Yeah, defensive hands have been really active for Kemmerer, as that was, I don't have a 20. Oh, Thatcher. Thatcher, a couple times she's put her hand in there to get the steal. That time went out of bounds in the corner.
Here's Ryan Bell all the way in the corner. Stauffenberg for 3. It's long, not good. Rebound goes to Kemmerer. Pulling the ball down was Skidmore. Off to Thatcher. Thatcher double teamed at the baseline. Steal. There's Ryan Bell. Ryan lays it up, and it goes in for the Tigers. Ryan Bell with 7 points now, and it's 19-10.
And another steal for the Tigers at half court to take advantage of with the quick turnover and points on the other end.
Thatcher brings it down into the forecourt for Kemmerer. On the near side now goes to Skidmore. Skidmore has the ball knocked away from her, and it's picked up by Painter. Painter on the near side hands it off to Skidmore. Skidmore underneath to Nielsen, and she's fouled as she goes to the lane.
Yeah, Tigers were really late on that shift defensively coming over. Nielsen saw that the lane was wide open. She drove inside. Unfortunately, it was a late shift by Stauffenberg and Winfield, and they had to recover by hitting her on the arm, force her to go to the line.
Nielsen's shot is good. She now has 4 or 5 from the line, and it goes 19-11 on our WYO Today media scoreboard.
And no surprise, she not only leads the team in points, but she also leads the team in trips to the line, making 96 out of 126 at a 76% clip.
Next shot is not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Bell brings it down court for Lander. Almost lost the handle on it. In the corner to Tendor, who does lose the handle on it. Goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Lander. Last touch, they say, by Skidmore. So Tendor to take it out of bounds. 4.5 minutes to go, third period. Lander Valley 19 and Kemmerer 11. In the corner, here's Tendor, drives the baseline, shots up and in. Tailing Tendor, a floating one-hander, and it's 21-11, a 10-point lead.
That time she stuck it into overdrive, broke the defense. There's 3 of them inside, up and in for 2.
Kemmerer trying to break the 10-second whistle, and a 10-second violation. Tiger defense holds them in the backcourt, and Lander will get the ball. 4:16 to go, 21-10 Tigers.
The ref held up both hands, and assistant coach Melinda Cox and the rest of the Tiger bench all stood up after the 10-second call.
Here's Tendor now. Tendor in the middle of the lane, hands it off to Winfield. Winfield over to Stauffenberg outside the arc on the near side. Stauffenberg double teamed, and a timeout by Cyril Stauffenberg. As the Tigers want to talk it over. It'll be a full 4 minutes. We're exactly halfway through the third period. Lander 21, Kemmerer 11.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Well, Josh, you just had an interesting observation. The Christmas game, you said.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Powell. The gym's all orange, but you look at it, to our left, you have the Kemmerer fans are all dressed in red. To our right is the Tiger fans all dressed in green.
Whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Kemmerer's Skidmore, and that's going to be her third. So 2 Rangers now with 3 fouls, Niera and Skidmore each with 3. Thatcher comes back in, and Skidmore goes to the sideline for Kemmerer. 3:56 to go. Hansen takes it out for the Tigers to Tendor. Tendor finds a little bit of a lane, lays it up and in. Tendor, what a great shot that was. And the Tigers 23-11.
And with the, there's another steal.
Nice steal by Winfield, and then the Tigers return the favor. Thatcher bringing it down for Kemmerer on a bad pass. Kemmerer almost lost it there. Thatcher, Ryan Bell almost took it away. Thatcher on the near side. Oh, and it goes over and back. Another turnover, and that is the 21st turnover by Kemmerer.
So we're halfway through the third quarter, and they're almost at their season average for turnovers. Tiger defense doing a really great job forcing the turnovers and then giving them enough pressure to have the unforced errors as well.
And the Tigers put that pressure on in full court. There's underneath the basket. Megan Winfield gets her 8th point of the game, and it goes 25-11. Timeout, Kemmerer. Lander leading, 3:12 to go, third period. Right back after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And Lander currently on a 15-4 run here in the regional tournament. Tigers have a trap, and finally getting it away is Thatcher. Thatcher quickly down court. It goes to Ashelman. Ashelman trapped in the corner now. There's a bounce pass to Nielsen. Back over to Ashelman. Oh, she almost lost the ball. On top of the key, Thatcher has it now. On the near side, Niera at the free throw line. Niera on the far side throws it away. Another turnover.
And Kemmerer's having a really bad time having crisp passes. You saw the last possession. The pass went wide and over half court for the over and back, and that time threw it wide. Kemmerer had a mismatch with Tendor lined up on Nielsen, couldn't take advantage of it.
Here's Hansen at the free throw line for the Tigers, off to Bell. Bell in the lane, kicks it over to Tendor. Tendor drives the lane, off the glass and in. Another great drive by Talene Tendor. Now has 8 points in the game, and it's 27-11.
We were worried about that inside pressure with the absence of Layla Norris, but Talene Tendor's like, nah, I got this. She's scoring inside for the Tigers.
Here's Thatcher on top of the key. It goes over to Niera. Niera at the free throw line stops behind her back to Nielsen. Nielsen dribbles, goes on top of the key, being harassed by Tendor. Finally gets it off to Niera. Niera on top of the key. Tigers in a man-for-man defense. Tendor has it on the far side to defense. There's a shot up by Niera. That's good, off the glass for 3. Her first basket, and it's 27-14 on our Wild Today media scoreboard. Here's Ryan Bell down to Stauffenberg. Tendor outside on the left wing, drives the baseline, whistle, and she is fouled on the floor as she goes to the basket.
And the one thing, too, is Talene Tendor is the one Tiger player that's in foul trouble, 3 personal fouls. That's not slowing her down at all. She's still driving, going inside, and she is getting good buckets and open looks as well, even though she is the smallest player on the court.
Darian Bell comes in now for Ryan Bell. Here's a cross-court pass to Winfield. Winfield to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg left wing over to Tendor. Tendor dribbles it toward the top of the arc now. She drives the baseline off to Darian Bell. Darian doesn't shoot to Hansen. Hansen back to Tendor. From on top of the arc, shots in and out, not good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Thatcher, stolen away by the Tigers. With it is Hansen, nice move in the corner. Winfield for 3, it's too long, not good. Rebounded by Hansen, and a double team in the corner, and Kemmerer is, they're gonna call.
She got the flagrant.
A flagrant foul, hit her on the side of the head. So that's going to be a flagrant foul against the Tigers. Or is it against Kemmerer? Oh, she was doing the helicopter move.
Yep.
Thatcher was doing the helicopter move and elbowed Whitney Hansen right in the face. So Hansen goes to the free throw line with the flagrant foul. Whitney tonight has 2 points, 1 bucket in the second period. These are her first free throws.
Sorry, Ernie, in high school, is it a flagrant or is it just a technical foul? I think it's just technical, right?
Okay, technical. Yeah, it's either one.
Yeah.
So that's the first personal against the Kemmerer Rangers there. And the second free throw is up and not good. So Whitney Hansen gets 1, and it goes 28-14. The Tigers have doubled them up. And we'll go now. The Tigers will have the ball, and Thatcher's, we're going to give her the technical here. That was her second personal foul. And coming in is Kiera Friday. Coming out is Demi Stauffenberg. 28-14, a minute and 1 second to go. Now we have officials say, no, the ball should be out underneath the basket, not on the sideline.
Okay, so they're taking it out right where the foul occurred because they had the double team down on the baseline. That's where the technical was called. That's where the Tigers will have it.
And the inbounds comes to Hansen. Hansen on the right wing underneath to Tendor. Tendor shot is good. Whoa, my goodness. Her 8th point of the quarter. It goes 30-14 Lander.
Tendor's on fire from inside, even though a taller player was going against her defensively. Gets past the contact, puts it in for 2.
Whistle and a blocking foul going to be called on the Tigers as Nielsen tried to go to the basket. Personal foul on Darian Bell, her first.
And that's only the 3rd team foul of the second half. Right now, Tigers have 3 team fouls. Kemmerer has 4.
Here's the inbounds pass, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll go, a foul against the Tigers.
Okay.
Darian Bell picks up her second one in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, they caught her on the reach-in foul there, and unfortunately, her first minutes of the game are not proving out to be good ones, picking up 2 personal fouls real quick.
Here's the inbounds by Niera on top to Thatcher, who just picked up that technical on the flagrant foul. Off to Nielsen. Underneath. Ball's passed away. No good. Tigers get the ball. Darian Bell brings it down court. And there's Megan Winfield. No, not good. Rebounded by Hansen. Her shot is up, off, not good. Winfield gets the rebound. 2 offensive boards for the Tigers. Darian Bell off to Hansen. Now to Tendor. Tendor on the right-hand wing makes a move toward the baseline, gives it off to Hansen. Hansen in the lane, loses the ball. Whistle, foul is going to be called on Thatcher for a reach-in on Hansen.
And luckily that foul occurred with just under 10 seconds left. The clock showing 8.8. Tigers still have enough time to inbound the ball, have a good set play, see if they can get a bucket here to end the quarter.
Inbound to Hansen, now to Tendor, 5 seconds to go. Here's Winfield. They better get it off in a hurry. There's a long one by Tendor! Good! A three-pointer at the buzzer. Telling Tendor has just lit on fire here in the second half. And at halftime, the Lander Valley Lady Tigers 33, Kemmerer 14.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy.
Okay, back again. And Lander outscores Kemmerer 19-5 in that period. Takes a 33-14 lead. And this looks more like the Tigers. That first half was an anomaly.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Tigers came out really slow the first quarter, only having one made basket, the 3 by Winfield. Second quarter, they came up defensively a lot better. In third quarter, man, they just lit it up. And Talene Tendor with 13 points, the leading scorer now for the Tigers.
Here's Painter with the basketball, goes on top of the key to Niera. Niera on the far side to Thatcher. Thatcher moves in at the free throw line. Didn't shoot the ball underneath to Nielsen. Nielsen's shot is short, and she draws the foul. Hansen's going to get the personal on the block underneath the basket.
Yeah, just came in, and her momentum carried her into the lower body of Nielsen. Again, the Tigers doing a real good job having the pressure on the man-to-man defense, but as soon as Nielsen gets the ball in the low block in the key, that defender comes over from the weak side and double teams her, and she has not been able to have really good shots off of that double team.
5 for 7 from the line, now 6 for 8 as she gets the first 2 points of the fourth quarter. And it goes 16-33. as we start the fourth period of play. Here's Hansen for the Lady Tigers across to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, cross the key it goes. Coming in to the game now. We have, I know who that player is, I just can't remember her name. McFadden, yeah. There's a shot underneath to Hansen. Hansen to Tendor. Tendor fakes the three on top of the arc. Over on the near side to McFadden. McFadden has the ball in the corner, drives the baseline, kicks it out now on the near side to Hansen. Nice bounce pass there to Hansen to get out of trouble. And underneath it goes Stauffenberg. McFadden drives the baseline, puts up a shot from 7. It's too long. Whistle and a rebound underneath the basket. And we have a foul on Kemmerer on the rebound. And it's going to go against 24. That's Dearden, her first personal foul. And Kiera Friday coming out now, coming back into the game is Ryan Bell.
They gave that foul to Friday.
Oh, they gave it to Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And whistle, and we got a foul, a push on Stauffenberg now.
That's going to be her third.
That'll be Demi's third personal foul. So let me put the foul here to Kiera. That was Kiera's second personal foul. One in bonus, that's the 7th foul against the Tigers, leading 33-16. Tigers now on an 18-6 run. And the main free throw player for Kemmerer, I lose my train of thought there.
Fumble tongue.
That's
happens.
right. Olivia Nielsen missed.
Oh,
There's
geez.
a long pass down court to Tendor, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover Lander, their 9th of the game. Kemmerer has 23 turnovers. Lander with full court pressure, 6:48 to go in the game. Inbounds to Nielsen. Nielsen in the backcourt looking at that Lander pressure. Tendor's on her now. There's a pass down the court. Goes on the near side. Oh, they left her open. Niera, cross-court pass to Thatcher. Niera didn't take the shot. Around the horn, now with it is Painter. Painter outside the arc, up to Thatcher. The ball gets away from Thatcher. It's on the ground. Tigers get it. A steal, all alone. Stauffenberg lays it up for 2.
That was a great recovery defensively by McFadden. Was able to wrestle on the ground, get possession of the ball, and good play IQ to realize she had to wait for Sophomore to get across the timeline as Kemmerer puts another one up and in for 2.
That was Olivia Nielsen all the way down, and fouled on the way down the floor is Tendor, and the personal foul goes against Grace Painter, her first. And that is the 6th team foul against the Kemmerer Rangers. 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the game. Lander leading 35-18. If they hold on to this win, they'll play at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Here's Tendor. She drives the baseline underneath to Ryan Bell. Outside it goes to McFadden. McFadden to Tendor on the far side outside. Tendor hands it off to Ryan Bell. Bell moves it across the key. On the near side now, she's got a bit of an opening over to Hansen. Hansen from 10 feet is short, not good. Rebound pulled down by Skidmore. Skidmore to Nielsen. Now it goes over to Niera. Niera in the corner with it now. Painter. Painter at the baseline. Can't shoot. Oh, there's a travel. Not called. Ball is in the air. Taken away by Stauffenberg. Another turnover by the Tigers. Here's McFadden. Fast break. Lays it up and in. McFadden for 2.
And that's her first points of the season. The only stat she had previously was a rebound. McFadden on the board for 2.
And there's a shot up off. Not good. Hansen rebounds for Lander. Kicks it off to Tendor. 4:58 to go. Tendor all the way down in the corner. Near side to Hansen. Hansen at the free throw line. Gives it off to Stauffenberg. Back to Tendor for 3. It's in and out. Not good. Rebound on the far side now by Skidmore. Skidmore gives it off to Thatcher. Thatcher brings it across the timeline. Stolen away. Header pocket picked by Tendor. All alone. 1 on none. Lays it up and in. Telling Tendor now with 15 points, and Kemmerer calls timeout. 4.5 minutes to go. Lander 39, Kemmerer 18.
3 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well.
Here's Sorrel Prophet to take it in for Kemmerer, and they've got 5 new players on the floor now for Kemmerer. With it is Prophet. Prophet on the near side, on top of the key now to number 11 that I don't have. You said we had an 11 on the scorebook earlier.
Hagee.
Hagee?
Hagee.
Okay, Hagee with the ball on the near side. On top of the key to Ashelman. Ashelman back over to Hagee. Hagee far side outside, midway between the two lines. She's got the ball, passes it off now over to Prophet. Prophet drives the baseline, blocked out there. Behind her to Hagee. Hagee on top, backs up a little bit. On the near side now, Ashelman has it. Gives it off to Prophet. Prophet underneath. Oh, there's a give and go. Oh, and it's knocked away.
Darn
but
it.
Foul called on Tendor, and that'll be her 4th.
I thought she had it, but she hit the hand first before she hit the ball. That's going to be her 4th personal. 8 team fouls, I believe, maybe with Stauffenberg maybe taking her out to replace her. Looks like there's going to be quite a few players coming in for the Tigers.
And the Carlson hit the free throw. McKaylin Larson as Bell and Hansen and Tendor come out of the game. Next shot is up and it's good, so she gets her first 2, and it's 39-20 on our YO Today scoreboard. 19-point lead for the Tigers. Here's McFadden. McFadden on the near side. Darian Bell has it. Darian back over to McFadden. McFadden drives to the right. On top to Darian Bell. Far side it goes to Donahue. In the corner, Aggie Brown. Now back over to Darian Bell. In the corner, Donahue shoots a 3, and it's not good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tigers. They say last touch there by Kemmerer. 3:12 to go in the game. Lander 39 and Kemmerer 20. 19-point lead by the Tigers. There's McFadden all alone. She doesn't take the shot. Hands it back off to Darian Bell at the baseline. Bell underneath. Shot by Aggie Brown. No good. The tip by Donahue. Not good. Ball's knocked around. Kemmerer comes away with it. 3 minutes to go. Down court, we have Audrey Cassidy. Cassidy with the basketball, gives it off to Hagee. Whistle, ball's knocked out of bounds. Nice move by McFadden to knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like both teams have the JV players in. It's kind of in garbage time. One of the things you want to do with these regional tournaments, if a game is out of reach, you still have another chance to get in, so you want to rest your starters for the next game.
Ashelman over to Archibald. In the corner it goes to number 4, Prophet. Off to Hagee. Hagee on top of the key. 2.5 minutes to go. Far side it goes to Archibald. Now at the free throw line, driving the lane is Ashelman. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Kemmerer. Hagee has it now. Whistle and a reach-in foul on the Tigers. Darian Bell, and that's going to be for Darian, her 3rd. 3rd personal foul on Darian Bell and the 9th team foul. So going to the free throw line now. Let's see, is that Hagee?
I think so, yep.
Yeah, it's Hagee at the free throw line. Her first attempt today is good. So she'll get another. And it goes 39-21. 2:22, Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. Next shot up by Hagee is also good.
And that's her first made free throws of the year.
Well, how about that? Little history being made here at the West Regional Tournament
there
in
you
Powell.
go.
Hagee coming out of the game now. Coming in is Arian Dearden. Okay, here's McFadden for the Lander Valley Tigers. On the near side, Darian Bell just outside the arc. Drives the baseline. She can't shoot. Over to Friday. Friday to McFadden. McFadden almost double teamed there. Bounce pass over to Friday. Now to to Aggie Brown. Aggie Brown to McFadden. McFadden is open for three. She launches it, and it's just off, not good. Rebound by the Tigers. Put back is good.
There you go.
By Donahue.
Aggie Brown got that
Aggie
one.
Brown
Yep.
got that one. Okay. Aggie Brown got that. Her first 2 points in a long time, 41-22. Minute and a half will advance, and they will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of Pinedale and Lovell. So it will be Lander Valley advancing to the next round. And set your clocks, watches, tablets, and phones for tomorrow at 4 o'clock. They'll play the winner of Pinedale and Lovell. Free throws up and not good by Kemmerer, and that is Ashelman.
And if the Lady Tigers win that contest, they qualify for state then, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Lander needs one more win to qualify for state. And the next shot coming up here by Ashelman. Eyes the hoop, shoots it, and this one goes in. So she's in the scorebook now. 41-23, Lander with the big lead. Last time these two teams met, Lander won 57-19. But they had a pretty bad first quarter, only scored 3 points. Okay, here we go, almost a travel that time by Darian Bell. Off to McFadden, in the corner, Donahue. Donahue back over to McFadden. McFadden, cross key, it goes Darian Bell for three, and it goes over the top of the board. So they'll have to come back and give it to Kemmerer with 1:09 to go.
And with the JV players in, Kemmerer switched from man-to-man defense to a 2-3 zone. Tigers haven't been able to score since they did that switch.
Here comes Hagee, who just came back into the game. Bounce pass over on the far side. It goes to Dearden. Dearden around the corner to Hagee. Hagee at the free throw line in the lane, throws up a shot, not good. Rebounded by Kiara Friday. 50 seconds to go. Kiara Friday down, gives it off to McFadden on the right side. McFadden outside the arc, bounce pass to Donahue. Donahue on top to McFadden. Underneath it goes Friday, back to McFadden. McFadden 10 feet away, can't shoot, gives it off to Friday. Friday back over to Darian Bell. In the corner, Donahue drives the baseline. She's blocked out there, and a steal. Turnover by the Tigers, only their 10th of the game with 20 seconds to go. Here we go down court. Hagee has it, gives it off now to Archibald. Archibald underneath the basket to Prophet. Prophet has the ball on the ground. There's a shot up, in and out, not by Aggie Brown. 5 seconds to go. Here come the Tigers. Darian Bell's just going to run the clock out, and she throws up a prayer, no good, and the final score is Lander Valley Lady Tigers 41 and the Kemmerer Lady Rangers 23. Lander advances to play the winner of Pinedale and Lovell tomorrow at 4 o'clock here at Powell High School. We'll be back with some stats right after this.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Back again at Powell, where the Lander Valley Lady Tigers have advanced to the semifinals of the Class 3A Western Regionals by defeating the Kemmerer Rangers 41-23. And Talene Tendor scored 15 points to lead the Tigers, and she had a tremendous third quarter. She poured in, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 points in that third period of play. Talene was just unconscious underneath the basket. She's the only player in double figures today. Just missing double figures, Megan Winfield has 8, Ryan Bell 7 with 4 points, Demi Stauffenberg 3 points, Whitney Hansen 2 points each for Kiera Friday and Aslan Donahue. For the Kemmerer Lady Rangers, one player in double figures, that was Olivia Nielsen, and she scored 6 of her 10 points from the free throw line. Also scoring 3 points, Sydney Niera, 2 points each by Thyler